Lyceum-Northwestern University President Dr. Gonzalo T. Duque's term of office bears many unique benchmarks in the 45-year-long history of the institution. Immediately upon his inception into office on August 17, 1998, he defined the direction of his leadership by committing to a bold and specific promise to all students and employees that Lyceum-Northwestern shall achieve university status within 3 years. Attendant to that promise, he set to work by redefining the institution's systems, management structure, and scope of services, and expanding infrastructures following his mother's legacy, Mrs. Florencio T. Duque's feat of making Lyceum-Northwestern the largest higher educational institution of Metro Dagupan. By November 19, 2001, 3 years since his promise, he earned the legacy of indeed being the president who steered the institution into becoming a university.
What made us a university? There is only one dictum that I have always been explaining throughout the archipelago, and that is teamwork and hard work will work.
2 years after, his leadership earned LNU its deregulated status on October 27, 2003, a status of distinction which has been maintained for the past 12 years. Quality is reflected by its accreditation status under various accrediting agencies duly recognized by the Commission on Higher Education. The rigor of complying with the industry standards set by these accrediting bodies is what bases LNU's internal mechanisms, management, development, sustainable programs, and most important of all, continuing improvement in quality of instruction. Within such time, he lobbied for the approval of the Board of Trustees to invest millions for the many infrastructural transformations and upgrades of the campus. For the next 15 years, the university physically metamorphosed into a modernized and expanding campus that constantly upgrades in both image and utility. To look better and offer plus-factor ambiance that highlights the distinct identity of LNU's unique and expansive atmosphere. Be more equipped with the necessary infrastructures for an ever-growing university. Expanding in capacity through the successive construction of buildings designed to anticipate the ever-growing influx of student population. And extending its reach through its satellite campus, thereby making LNU more accessible to all. To be the largest in Metro Dagupan. These key features seemingly were the guiding impetus behind the acquisitions and many construction projects that have created the current campus milieu of Lyceum-Northwestern University. The past 1.5 decades of Dr. Gonzalo T. Duque's presidency and the support of the Board of Trustees is a reflection of their consistent and progressive vision of institutional modernization. Student-centered quality management, and ultimately, a university that develops men and women fully familiarized with the tools and functions specialized for their trade. Reinforced by a culture of dedication. Made distinct by a culture of discipline and professionalism. unmentioned in any of LNU's publications and public gatherings until only today, Dr. Gonzalo T. Duque's final benchmark is that his 16 years and 9 months term has officially earned him the title of LNU's longest-running president to date. Within the framework of these 4 major benchmarks hinges the footprints of what his presence and advocacies in the education industry has meant to LNU, to the province of Pangasinan, and to HEI institutions nationwide. Dr. Gonzalo T. Duque is a package of 3 distinct skill sets: a legal mind, being a lawyer, a strategic planner and mobilizer, being a seasoned politician, and an educator focused on student education and research in the field of history and culture. Throughout his term of office, there has been constant flux not only in the internal development of LNU, but also in the adjunct activities relevant to LNU's membership and participation in various HEI organizations, extension programs, and research functions. As early as 1992, the spirit of mobilizing Dagupan City's local HEIs into an organization led him to become the charter president of the Metro Dagupan Collegiate Association. 2001, 9 years later, his founding leadership of the MDCA easily earned him a post as president of the Universities and College Athletic Association of Pangasinan. And as fate and succession of events would have it, he became Pangasinan's mobilizer in HEI sports, when from 2005 to 2010, he successively became national president, national co-chairman, and eventually national chairman of the Private Schools Athletic Association of the Philippines. His ascension made HEI sports history for Pangasinan, as it paved the way for the first and currently only instance that Pangasinan became the host province of the Prisaa in the year 2006. Pangasinan's first was also Prisaa's premier in experiencing a grand and successful opening tribute to welcome its athletes. Henceforth, the Pangasinan experience became the new standard for successful hosting of the Prisaa Games. Lyceum-Northwestern University became very visible as it benefited from the experience of coordinating activities for such a prestigious national event. HEIs are prone to the stress of being regulated, audited, and rated by government and accrediting agencies whose findings directly impact the viability of their programs. It is from this angle that the lawyer in Dr. Gonzalo T. Duque became instrumental in correcting legal and technical flaws often abused upon HEIs. From 2005 onwards, he was elected in key executive positions of the Philippine Association of Private Schools, Colleges and Universities, Philippine Association of Colleges and Universities, and the Coordinating Council of Private Educational Associations. From such vantage, he promoted paradigm-shifting advocacies to favor equitable treatment of HEIs. One of his salient advocacies was the separation of ratings between repeaters and first-time board exam takers. This advocacy has now become a permanent corrective action of the Professional Regulation Commission to reflect more accurate statistics of the current quality of graduates produced by HEIs. From a practice focused on the legal and technical issues of the education industry, Dr. Gonzalo T. Duque has of late shifted his concentration to the promotion and preservation of the rich heritage of the province of Pangasinan. Shifting to tools of research, he spearheaded projects to revisit and explore the history and culture of Pangasinan. He became the chairman of the Pangasinan Research and Study Committee on Pangasinan Charter and completed the project in 2010. In April 10 of this year, in time for the 435th Pangasinan Day celebration, Dr. Gonzalo T. Duque presented to Pangasinan Governor Amado Espino the Pinablindalin, the Pangasinan history book designed as the main resource material of the Pangasinan history curriculum to be integrated in all elementary and high school levels throughout the province. His dedication to the many facets of being an educator and his management of other research-based projects as chairman of the Pangasinan Historical and Cultural Commission, eventually paved the way for his being an ASNA awardee for education in 2014, the highest tribute that recognizes a person as a true pride and son or daughter of Pangasinan. To sum up, Dr. Gonzalo T. Duque is a lawyer, a politician, an educator, and a true son of Pangasinan.